of Iran and Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. I'm Brian Murgatroyd, looking forward to bringing you this match. Between them, these two teams have won this tournament 5 times. Esteghlal twice and Al Hilal 3 times. There are 6 runners-up spots between them as well, but something has to give this evening. There's the temperature that the players will be facing. It's a warm one. It always is at this time of year in the UAE. Add some humidity to the heat. But these two teams should be used to it. Something has to give this evening because it's a one-off game. Only one of these sides can go through to the quarter-final off the back of this match. Al Hilal, officially the away side this evening. They only sneaked into this knockout stage after finishing second in Group C, getting through by virtue of being one of the 3 best group stage runners-up, thanks to 2 more goals than Al Saad of Qatar and Esteghlal. Well, they won their group, Group A, but unlike Al Hilal, they're currently out of season. Saudi League is 3 rounds old, and the new term actually started last month. But in Iran, the new season only begins in October. Both these teams have had players away on international duty, but which side will get the best tonight when it counts? The pitch, well, it's in beautiful condition, as is always the case here at the Zabeel Stadium. We're about a 5-minute drive south of Dubai International Airport. The pitch was watered 3 hours before kickoff, then again 90 minutes before the start, and just after the players finished their warm-ups about 10 or 15 minutes ago, it got another sprinkle. So it should be nice and slick, and we should see some nice passing this evening as a result. No spectators in this evening. The only people you can see in the ground to the right of screen in the main stand are the delegations. The applause you can hear are for the substitutes coming out. Very shortly we'll get the Champions League anthem, and the 2 teams will be on their way. Just a quick glance at our referee, Fu Ming, for this evening. It's an all Chinese match officials lineup tonight. What a cracker this promises to be. No 2-legged affair, this one. Just a one-off encounter. Winner takes it all. Who is going to go through to that quarter-final? Four matches in the round of 16 in the west and 4 in the east. The other matches in this round of 16 in the western region. Sharjah against Al Wada, an all UAE clash. That's tomorrow evening. Esteghlal of Tajikistan against Persepolis of Iran. And Al Nasser from Saudi Arabia against another Iranian side, Tractor. Quarterfinals and the semi-finals also just a solitary match, as is the final. Quarterfinals due at the end of this month. Semi-finals in October, and the final that will be due in November. Substitutes taking in some water there. Can't blame them either. Because hydration is going to be very important this evening. And just to emphasize that point, we've got a couple of drinks breaks tonight. One of those breaks will take place after half an hour's play. And the second drinks break will take place after 75 minutes.
And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. Let's welcome Esteghlal FC and
the 2 teams just being introduced onto the pitch. There'll be some nerves down there in the tunnel, you can be sure of that. plenty of experience down there as well. Al Hilal had 9 players on Saudi Arabia international duty during that recent international break. And Esteghlal had 3 of their own. So here we go. Esteghlal, the home team this evening. So they're in their usual strip in blue. And there's Al Hilal in their change strip, grey strip. Marega you saw briefly there. Number 17 from Mali. Teams lining up. And you won't see, unfortunately, is handshakes, because of course we're still in the era of the pandemic. Team photo there. That will happen. So the lineups: Esteghlal, Jaffer Salmani makes his first start for the club after a summer switch from Portimonense of Portugal. He played in the World Cup qualifier win against Syria earlier this month. 3 of this starting lineup played for Iran in those World Cup qualifiers. Salmani plus Siavash, Yazdani and Zabir Niknafs. They're without goalkeeper Ali Reza Rezai. He reportedly contracted COVID, and there's no Czech Diabate either, the Malayan, who's top scorer for them in the AFC Champions League this season with 5 goals. Two captains, Auria Gathori of Esteghlal and Salman Al-Faraj for Al Hilal. Let's have a look at the Al Hilal lineup. And very importantly for them, they're without the influential midfield duo Mohamed Kanu and also Abdullah Otaif. Otaif was injured on Saudi Arabian international duty. Salman Al-Faraj, number 7, he has been ill, but he makes a start here, as does number 29, Salim Al-Dusari. He's fit again after a niggle. Al Hilal, they're allowed 7 overseas players in the Saudi League, but only 4 here, and 4 places have gone to Marega, who we've mentioned already, Matias Pereira from Brazil, who's played in the English Premier League, as indeed has Bafatimbi Gomez, prolific striker here for Al Hilal from France, and the South Korean Jang Hyung-soo. So there's no place for Luciano Vieto, the Argentinian, the Colombian Gustavo Cuela, and Andre Carrillo from Peru. They're all left at home. So it's going to be Esteghlal who are going to kick us off. The dark blue strip. Just waiting for the clock to tick over to 9 o'clock local time. What have we got in store this evening? Well, one thing we do know is we're going to get a winner.
5, 4, 3,
Here's the countdown.
2, 1.
Off we go then. Esteghlal, get us underway. What a prospect we've got here. If we're all wrapped up at 90 minutes, we go to 30 minutes of extra time, and then still, if we're locked up, we have penalties. There's the coach for Esteghlal, Farhad Majidi, former attacking midfielder and striker, with over 150 appearances for Esteghlal in his playing career. Also played extensively in the Middle East here, actually, including the UAE. Played 6 years at this very ground for Al Wasl. International career which spanned 10 years as well. And there's his opposite number, Leonardo Jardim, the Portuguese who coached Monaco to the Ligue 1 title in 2017. Took on this role in June, still relatively new. On that far side, Mir Hossein Zadai, 20-year-old, didn't feature in the group stage. It's because he was playing somewhere else. He joined from Saipa in August of this year. 10 starts in the league for Saipa. Saipa, who were relegated in the most recent Persian Gulf Pro League. As I mentioned at the outset, Iranians at the moment out of season. Played a couple of games last month, actually, in the AFC Cup. Got to the final of that, where they were beaten on penalties by Fulad after a 0-0 draw. Not an awful lot of competitive action for them. It was Al Hilal, the domestic season, 3 games in already. On this near side, in front of our commentary position, Yasser Sharani, playing at left back this evening. Cagey start this by both sides. Ali Al-Bulahi, one of the central defenders for Al Hilal. Or pinging around, that's nice work from Esteghlal. And now onto this near side, Soban Kagani. No foul, says the referee. And Salman Al-Faraj can bring it forward. Little give and go from him. It's nice from Marega out to this near side. Al-Dasawi. Salim Al-Dasawi dispossessed. It's the first sight there of Jang, the South Korean. He's been a busy boy so far this season. Played every single minute for Al Hilal in their 3 league games. 4 players have done that, actually. The others being Abdullah Al-Mayouf, the goalkeeper, Mohammed Al-Raik, and Ali Al-Bulahi. It's Al-Dasawi just passing the ball inside. He's just sitting in midfield. Oh, good turn from Gomis. Still in there. Sort of hacked clear, really, in the end. Not all that far clear, though. Towards the back post and too long for Marega. Early alarms for Esteghlal. Cross just a little bit too long. Marega felt he was fouled. Here's Siavash Yazdani, the centre-back, one of the Iranian internationals in this Esteghlal lineup. Marega, good skill from the big Malayan. Lays the ball back to Nasser Al-Dasawi. Al-Sharani. Back to Al-Bulahi. Jang. Play switch to that far side. Don't be surprised if we see a cagey start from these 2 teams. In a one-off game like this, there's so much at stake. keep an eye on that right-hand side for that man there, Mohamed Al-Bareik. He's been in lethal form from that right wing-back position. 4 assists in Al Hilal's last 8 goals in the competition. The referee's assistant on our far side flags for a foul. Zabir Niknafs isn't impressed with the decision. This is why it was given. It's Pereira who's down there. Matias Pereira, the Brazilian. It's going to be Pereira who's going to whip this in with his left foot. Gomes closely watched around the penalty spot. And the referee not happy with all the argy-bargy inside the 18-yard area. Not the best delivery there by Pereira, not getting past the first defender. But they've got another opportunity to get the ball into the danger area. It's good defensive work, though, by Esteghlal. Snuffing out the opportunity to do exactly that. The ball will come back with interest now, though. Nasser Al-Dasawi. And a nice early touch for Abdullah Al-Mayouf, the goalkeeper, 34 years young. Losing finalist in this competition with Al Ali almost a decade ago. Captain Saudi Arabia in the 2018 FIFA World Cup finals. Well, Al Hilal have bossed possession so far. Good turn from Pereira. Goes down under challenge. That challenge from Niknafs. And that'll be another free kick, and a free kick in a dangerous position as well. Niknafs has obviously been given the job of getting as close to Pereira as possible. And that was too close for the referee's liking. Another dead ball situation here for Pereira. Said Hosseini, vice-captain of this Esteghlal side, just sorting his wall out. There are 3 men in it. What sort of delivery can Pereira produce here? Again, he's looking at his left foot. A couple of players were over the ball with him. It still looks as though it's going to be Pereira. Referee making sure the nearest defender is 10 yards back. Pereira, a little fake out to that far side. Almost made its way through to Marega. Hussein Zadeh was charging forward to try and put some pressure on Al-Mayouf, the goalkeeper, not able to do so. Zoban Kagani takes a tumble, number 79 for Esteghlal. Here come Al Hilal again. It's been fairly relentless from them so far. Match very much being played in Esteghlal's half. Just getting the ball trapped under his feet a little bit there. Nasser Al-Dasawi recovers well. Oh, a little give and go there from Salim Al-Dasawi. He gave, but he didn't get it back. That's good from Ghafouri. Really good skill from the experienced captain. Retaining possession nicely, but that's a sloppy ball. Very sloppy indeed by Hossein Mourid Mand. Marega is down. Is Morad Mand. Poor ball given away. And trying to make amends. He won the ball. But went through Marega as well. Moussa Marega, born in France. Very much a second striker for Al Hilal. He's played in France, Tunisia and Portugal. Over 100 appearances for Porto. He actually scored in the round of 16 victory for Porto against Juventus in the UEFA Champions League. Well, the challenges are flying in from Esteghlal at the moment. And that's one too many as far as the referee's concerned. Arash Rezavand with that foul. So he had another opportunity for Al Hilal to get the ball into the danger area. Just over 11 minutes gone. Marega with a bit of a limp there, still feeling the effects of that earlier challenge. Floated to the back post. It was one in the air and one quite comfortably by Salim Al-Dosari. But wasn't able to take advantage of that fact. Good tackle by Amir Hossein Zadai. There is Nasser Al-Dosari, four-time champion with Al Hilal. Al Hilal have actually won the title 4 times in the last 5 years in Saudi domestic football. Well, that's sloppy, very sloppy indeed from Soban Kagani, hitting the ball back in field and giving possession away. And then good defensive work from Morad Mand, cutting out that through ball. Ghafouri playing on this left-hand side, ball down the line. It's a crunching challenge. Amir Motahari really took no prisoners with that. He won the ball, in all fairness, but Ali Al-Balahi knew all about it, didn't he? Salman Al-Faraj just speaking to the match official and saying, well, these challenges are flying in from Esteghlal. What are you going to do about it? Food for thought for Leonardo Jardim in these early stages. Time in the competition for Esteghlal. Only Sepahan of the Iranian sides can match that number. Attempted turn by Rezavand. Motahari into the danger area. First real sight of goal there that Esteghlal had had. Marega as well. Play switched over to that far side now to Barek. Now Jang. Nasser Al-Dosari. Pereira to Al-Sharani. Gomez with his back to goal. Ball lofted forward for Kagani to run onto. What a missed kick there. It's got to be a free kick. Surely a booking as well. Nasser Al-Dosari, complete missed kick from him. And then he saw no alternative but to pull Kagani back. Well, I didn't see the yellow card brandished there. I think Nasser Al-Dosari can consider himself a fortunate man. And now, for the first time, Esteghlal had the opportunity to put the ball into the danger area. Zadai over the ball. Whips it in right-footed. Oh, that's a delightful ball. And it wasn't far away, was it? Yazdani it was, flying onto that one. He was onside. And that really is a great opportunity. You can see he's fairly central in that position, gets above Gomis, but didn't get the contact that he wanted. Closest we've come to a goal so far, and against the run of play, you might say. Esteghlal at the side, who've asked that question. Delightful ball in that, though, by Zadai. Arafagazi, 24-year-old defender. Iranian under-20 international, signed this summer from Fulad. He's on the ball again now. Goes back to his keeper. Balahi. Sorry, it's deep to receive, and again Jang started every group match for Al Hilal. Group stages took place in April. All the matches took place in one location. Each group had a location. Esteghlal played in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia in Group C. And Al Hilal played in Riyadh in Group A. Group B was in Sharjah here in the United Arab Emirates. Group D, Group A was in Riyadh. Group E took place in Goa in India. Groups in total. 5 in the west, 5 in the east. And the way the last 16 was sorted, yes, that had to have gone out. Good question about that. Nice skill by Salim Al-Basori. Unfortunately for him, as you'll see here, just took it out of play. It's in each of the 2 regions. 5 group winners went through to this round of 16, plus the 3 best runners-up. Al Hilal were one of those 3. Whereas Esteghlal, they won Group C. Al Hilal finished behind Esteghlal of Tajikistan. Marega. Time to look up, pick his pass, goes down the line. That's a lovely ball as well for Al-Barak. Whipped in first time, headed clear by Yazdani. The idea was good from Al-Sharani, but not the execution. Fahad Majidi, Esteghlal coach, actually won the AFC Champions League as a player with Al Ain, UAE side, in 2002-2003. The only time a UAE side has lifted this title. Jang back to his keeper. On a slip. Is that a free kick? Yes, it is. Senzade brought down by Barak. As I mentioned, the pitch has been quite heavily watered. 3 times in the 3 hours before kick-off. As I mentioned earlier, don't be surprised at this slightly cagey start by both teams, because there's so much at stake here this evening. It's not a two-legged affair. It's one match to decide who goes forward into the quarter-finals. Oh, great delivery! Oh, and somehow it's gone wide. Yes, Dani again, little back header from him. How on earth did that stay out? Wouldn't have counted though. And quite inadvertently it hit Armayouf, although he may have been aware that the offside was coming. Just sloppy ball out then from him. It's the second time though we've seen really good quality in dead ball delivery from Esteghlal. Sweeping ball from one side of the pitch to the other by Ghafouri. Tame shot in the end. The left wing back, Jafar Salmani. Salmani making his first competitive start for Esteghlal after a summer move from Portimonense in Portugal. Played there actually under Paulo Sergio, his ex-coach at Sanat Naft. Sanat Naft, who finished the Persian Gulf Pro League in his past season in mid-table. 16 teams play in the Persian Gulf Pro League. Title won by Persepolis. Esteghlal finishing third behind not only the champions but also Sepahan. Bulahi to Jang. Jang wants some movement ahead of him. Doesn't get it, so he has to go square to Nasser Al-Dasari. Esteghlal sticking pretty tight to their opposite numbers. There's not a lot of opportunity for Esteghlal, for Al Hilal to put some through balls in there. Ghani to this near side. Oh, great save! That's a top stop. Motahari on the turn. Now Mayouf, great reflexes from him. Lovely ball in again from Ghafouri. The delivery into the box has been excellent. And that really was an excellent save. It was a good height for the goalkeeper, but still his reflexes had to be absolutely spot on, and they were. So a corner for Esteghlal. Hossein Zadai with it, right-footed, to the heart of the penalty area. One in the air by Jang. Murad Mand was actually sliding in to try and get a touch on that cross into the box from Ghafouri. Wasn't able to get on the end of it, but goodness me, Motahari certainly did. Rasping right foot shot, and a great stop from Mayouf. Territory as far has been, I'd say, just shaded by Al Hilal. The side that's looked to have the clearer chances thus far has been Esteghlal. It's a shot at an angle from Marega. Too tight an angle for him, really, and that was over the angle of post and crossbar. Just got free though, didn't he? Away from Salmani on that far side. Possession statistics are very interesting so far. Al Hilal just over 70% of the ball, but it's what they've done with the ball, or rather haven't done with the ball, that's been the key so far. Esteghlal have looked really disciplined, you have to say. It's been an impressive performance from them thus far. Defensively they've been solid. Al Hilal haven't really been able to carve out many chances, but that might change now. Ball given away. Gomis trying to slide the ball through. Not able to do so. He's very deep though, isn't he? Big striker. Now here comes Esteghlal again on that far side. Hossan Zadai. Motahari. It's inside. Gets the shot in. It's blocked. Good block that from Nasser Al-Dosari. Play on, says the referee. It's a good game this so far. Very watchable. Both teams realising there's so much at stake. Swept over onto that far side, Salmani. Ghazi inside. There's Dani. A little bit of room here to turn for Hossan Zadai. Couldn't quite thread the ball through for Kagani. Rasping shot again. Al-Mayouf grabbed it comfortably. Salim Al-Dosari. Gomis. Will ricochets off his shin all the way through to Saeed Hosseini. There's a few Al Hilal fans in the stands here, the delegates. They're not happy with the challenge on the big striker, the veteran. The man who was top scorer in the AFC Champions League in 2019 with 11 goals. Timbi Gomis was named as most valuable player in that 2019 campaign. As Al Hilal won this title. Well, that's a really good skill. Oh, the ball wouldn't quite sit for Hossan Zadai. Always frustrated, isn't he? But again, it was Ghafouri, it was the provider on this right-hand side, the side just below our commentary box. He's been pulling the strings on this side of the pitch. Al-Barak just hopping around. We're going to have some drinks for the players. The heat and humidity here quite extreme, and so the players get the opportunity for a water break after half an hour. They'll get another one half an hour into the second half. And it really has been a terrific encounter this so far. No goals, yes, but still plenty of action. Leonardo Jardim just getting into his players a little bit. They've seen plenty of the ball, just lacked that killer touch so far. And Farhad Majidi, he's going to be pretty happy what his team have done up to this point in time. The tackles have been flying in, particularly from Esteghlal. They've been full-blooded. Yes, Dani had well, one of the best opportunities for Esteghlal with his header. It's the reaction to that header that went wide. See the players' shirts absolutely saturated. Border Ghaffori. He's been terrific so far. Really have been impressed with him. Yeah. The captain for Esteghlal. Shang just making a point to our referee for the evening, Fu Ming. Salman Al-Faraj doing the same. So we'll start again with a free kick to Al Hilal, to be taken by Al Mayouf, the goalkeeper. Started his career at Al Hilal, actually, then spent a decade at Al Ali. Well, he was a losing finalist in this competition. It's actually his 10th AFC Champions League campaign. His 5th with Al Hilal, another 5 with Al Ali. So he knows what this competition's all about. Ball kick taken short to Yazdani. He then goes long, right down the middle. One in the air by Nasser Al-Dosari. Pereira brought down. Who me, says Rezavand. A body check from the number 88. Second spell at Esteghlal. He joined the club in 2019 from Saipa. Free kick, and Al-Baraik is over the ball. He's got his 29th birthday in 2 days' time. About an early present. If he can score here and get it. Oh dear. Less said about that one, the better. Well, 4 marks for having the ambition to have a pop from there. The execution, well, not ideal. Nasser Al-Dosari. Al-Balahi. Down the line, finds Salim Al-Dosari. He decides to switch the play over to that far side to Al-Baraik. Salman Al-Faraj. Again, a crunching tackle. And another crunching tackle. They don't spare the horses defensively, do Esteghlal. Ball came off Al Hilal player last. Really good challenge that, wasn't it? Very important one too. Just over 10 minutes to go in this first half. Reminder that if we're all locked up after 90 minutes, we go to extra time. And the free kick's gone Esteghlal way there. Actually, a really good, shrewd piece of play by Kagani, getting himself between his opponent and the ball. Ghazi He's near side, Ghafouri. He goes down. Jardim in the technical area for Al Hilal, absolutely convinced that was a dive, as you probably saw from his arm gesture. Al-Balahi just berating the players ahead of him. I know they're in a game here, do Al Hilal. Dani. A reminder that we're in the reigning enclosed season at the moment. Persian Gulf Pro League doesn't get back underway until October. Oh, that's really good skill, isn't it? Terrific work by Salim Al-Basari. Good work too by Saeed Hosseini, quickly off his line, the Esteghlal keeper. Marega's done well there. In the end, couldn't keep it in play. Terrific run. There was the work from Hosseini, quickly off his line, and here's the run from Marega. Just lost control, didn't he? Close attention from Moradmand. Al-Balahi, very much the organiser at the back for Al Hilal. They've got backs of experience back there though as well, with Jang as well. Jang actually won the Champions League with Al Hilal in 2019, played in 13 of their 14 matches in that campaign. Played in every group stage match in April as well. Rega. Pereira, who'd come deep to receive, picks up again now. Oh, it's a lovely quick feet from the Brazilian through to Gomes. Can Gomes chip the keeper? Yes, he can. Oh, it's a lovely finish. Bafatimbi Gomes. Outstanding. Have got the goal that their dominance in terms of possession has demanded. Gomes may have produced that lovely finish, but it was Pereira who did all the spade work. What a delightful little dink over the keeper. Good work from Pereira. And what a lovely finish from the big man. He loves this competition, doesn't he? Fatimbi Gomes, his 4th goal in this year's AFC Champions League. He's the Al Hilal top scorer, and he shows why. That really was delightful with his right foot. Brave effort from Moradmand to try and prevent the shot, but he wasn't able to do so. And just 6 minutes from the end of the first half, Gomes breaks the deadlock. You have to say, though, a lot of credit there has to go to Matias Pereira. Terrific assist from the Brazilian. Had to do the hard yards, produced a lovely ball. Gomes did well to get on the end of it as well. So what have Esteghlal got in response? The game plan seemed to have worked perfectly up to that point in time. Great quality from Gomes. Now we've got a little bit of argy-bargy, a little bit of tempers being frayed. And the referee's going to call a couple of players to him. Motahari and also Wallahi. This is why The referee might have felt it was 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. And we're going to have a drop ball. Jang pushes the ball out to that far side. Picked up by the right back, Al-Baraik. We have to say this scoreline in one sense is fair enough given the possession that Al Hilal have enjoyed. On the other side of the coin though, Esteghlal will feel hard done by. They've had a couple of opportunities. Most notably that header by Yazdani. Pereira racing forward again. Al-Baraik cuts the ball back. The ball back too far in the end. Frustration now for Esteghlal, and the first yellow card of the evening is shown. Shown to Nasser Al-Dosari. It's for this challenge here. Ghani going down. We saw a little earlier. Nasser Al-Dosari perhaps a little bit lucky to get away with a yellow card. Not on that occasion though. The possession statistics once again have certainly come around towards Esteghlal. But all the same, it's Al Hilal who are in charge of those, and they're in charge on the score sheet at the moment as well. Plenty for that man to think about. So he considers his half-time team talk, which is just a couple of minutes away. Fahad Majidi. Throw-in taken by Al-Sharani. He's dropped a little bit deeper than we saw him in the early stages. Al-Balahi. Nice little turn here from Salim Al-Dosari. He's taken a tumble as a result of the challenge. Was the challenge from Rezavand. Certainly won the ball. Crunching challenge all the same. Jardim will be a happy man now on the sidelines, I'm sure, or happier than he was a little bit earlier. Here's the goal again. A slip. Morad Man just losing his footing at a very inopportune moment. Gomez taking full advantage by tucking that ball away. Such a cute finish, that. Letting the keeper spread himself, and then his characteristic celebration. How many times have we seen that over the years? And the big smile as well. Terrific player he's been over many, many years. Ex-Saint Etienne, Swansea, Marseille, Lyon, Galatasaray. During this little hold-up in play, our fourth official, Marning, holding up the board to indicate a minimum of 3 minutes to be played at the end of this first half. Once again, the referee not seeing anything untoward in that previous challenge, much to the chagrin of a few of the Al Hilal players, I think. There's a suggestion as well that maybe it should be a throw-in. That's what the Esteghlal players are saying. And the point being made as well that Al-Dasari has been down on the ground. Having received treatment, he needs to come off and be given permission to come back on. Referee hasn't waved him back on yet, though. Very sportingly, Esteghlal put the ball out of play. And he's back on the field now, the number 29. 9th Champions League campaign for him. He's got bags of experience himself. Actually spent a period on loan at Villarreal in Spain in 2018. And a player who knows what glory's all about in this competition too. Scored in the 2019 final against the Roya Red Diamonds. 2-0 win when Al Hilal last tasted the ultimate success in the AFC Champions League. To the 3rd minute of added time at the end of this first half. Niouf, who made that brilliant save. From Motahari. Salmani. Cross blocked. Salmani again gets his crossover this time. Work from Pereira to bring the ball away. Is there time for Esteghlal to mount one final attack? Ball shot over the top. Hossein Zadai. And that is the final action of the first half. And it's been a very watchable first half. And at the end of it, that man there, Bafatimbi Gomez, with his 4th goal of this AFC Champions League campaign for 2021. That's the strike 6 minutes from the end of the first half that separates these two sides. A really lovely finish after great work from Matias Pereira. Esteghlal have had their opportunities. Motahari with a shot which was brilliantly saved by Al Maouf. And Yazdani with a header off target. And he really should have done better. So it's been very, very entertaining. And remember, it's winner-take-all in this round of 16 encounter. And at the end of the first half, it's Esteghlal 0, Al Hilal 1. So, who is going to get the win this evening that takes them into the quarter-finals? That remains to be seen. First half done and dusted, and the second half to come very soon. So please make sure you stay with us. Here are the statistics. Al Hilal with the all-important goal. They've bossed possession. Esteghlal, they've had opportunities as well. We've had more efforts on goal and more efforts on target. Just the one yellow card so far for Nasser Al-Dasari of Al Hilal. (1-0) to Al Hilal at half-time.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'll put it here, okay, in front of this mic.
Welcome back to the Zabeel Stadium in Dubai, just south of Dubai International Airport. Our referee, Fu Ming, back on the pitch, and he'll be joined very shortly by the two sets of players. Getting ready for the second half then of this encounter in the last 16 of the AFC Champions League. And it's Al Hilal from Saudi Arabia who hold the advantage. A very narrow one at this stage, though, over Esteghlal of Iran. A 0-0. Al Hilal are up thanks to Bafétimbi Gomis, his fourth goal of this campaign. A lovely finish it was too, matching on to a through ball from Matias Pereira. Hossein Moradman just slipped at a very inopportune moment for Esteghlal. And Gomis with a very cute finish, lifting it over the on-rushing side, Hosseini, the goalkeeper. I'll just wait to see if there are going to be any substitutions. Here is Moradman, central defender for Esteghlal. And there's the captain for the Iranian side, Ghafouri. He's left his armband in the dressing room. Change of shirts for all the players at half-time, and no surprise for that, really. Very hot and humid conditions. Temperatures around 35 degrees, high humidity, as is often the case at this time of year in this part of the world. He's the one man who's been booked so far, with his back to us, Nasser Al-Dosari. And there's the goal scorer, the man whose strike separates these two teams. Bafétimbi Gomis, the former France international. Good news is that Ghafouri has got his armband back. And so we are going to get a change. And the change is Amin Gasaminajad. He appears to have come on for Sorban Kagani. So Kagani off and Gasaminajad on. Gasaminajad, who only joined Esteghlal last month from Padaya. She played for leader in the Champions League last year. There's confirmation in the top left-hand corner of your screen. That change has been effected. Gasaminajad, bags of experience, 34 years young. That's what Fahad Majidi wants from his players in this second half. They were pretty good, actually, in the first period for long spells, closing down Al Hilal, who enjoyed the lion's share of possession. Salmani making his competitive debut for Esteghlal this evening. Header from Moradman. Esteghlal in the dark blue strip, playing from right to left in the second half. These two teams, actually, it's the 8th time they've met in the AFC Champions League, but the first time they've met in the knockout stages. Marega tackled. Head to head, the record is Esteghlal 4, Al Hilal 3. Well, nobody making the run run, nobody gambling to get on the end of that cross from Hossainzadeh. It'll be an Esteghlal throw. Ghafouri on that far side with it. Minajad getting a touch. Ghafouri once again. Dispossessed though, the skipper. Oh dear. Hosseini. In the end, the overhead kick required after his initial clearance was charged down by Gomis. Oh, this is sloppy from Esteghlal, and they could pay. Gomis trying to get to the other side of Yazdani. Going down, but no appeal for a penalty from him, only from the stands. No spectators in this evening, no paying spectators anyway, just representatives of the two delegations of the teams in the main stand. It's an Esteghlal throw. Hossainzadeh takes it quickly. Minajad went down. Gomis looking for the flick. Can't get it past Morid Mand. Minajad out to the far side. Skipper Ghafouri cutting inside, having his shot blocked. Good strength from Gomis. Looking to roll his man, Yazdani, and in the end, Yazdani just getting his hands around the big striker's waist. So free kick to Al Hilal. 4 minutes gone in this second half. Ghafouri again, the through ball, straight to Jang. Marega continues his run. He really will have to be lightning to get on the end of that one. But it was a good run from him, and Hosseini had to be quickly off his line. It's a big man, Marega. 1.83 meters in height. He's certainly got a decent turn of pace, as he showed there. There was that initial clearance from Hosseini, which was charged down by Gomis. Al-Barayek can't believe that that throw has gone against him, but it has. Yazdani had a good headed chance in the first half. Really should have at least put it on target, didn't do so. Oh, that's a really sloppy ball, which has been picked up by Marega. Dinks it over to that far side. Deflected shot and pushed away. Good save by Hosseini. Acres of space on that far side. In the end, the goalkeeper does well. There was that sloppy ball. Dinked over. And it was Salim Al-Dasari got the shot in. A little bit of a deflection from the defender, which we could see there. Again, there's a little bit of pushing and shoving in the penalty area ahead of this corner. Yazdani and Al-Balahi, guilty parties. And disappointing delivery in the end from this near side. Matias Pereira it was. Long ball towards Motahari. He had a good opportunity in the first half as well. A rasping shot on the turn, which was well saved by Al-Mayouf. Al-Faraj plays the ball out to this near side. Al-Barak, the ball in, headed away by Yazdani. Sanzada just getting the ball tangled under his feet, taking a tumble and getting a free kick, much to the displeasure of the Al Hilal fans in the main stand below our commentary position. Al-Faraj just it was a tangle of legs more than anything, wasn't it? But he feels more sinned against than sinning. All the same, free kick's been awarded. Still, there's some chat out there with the referee. Pereira just remonstrating with the official. Free kick by Hosanzadeh. Poor delivery. Pereira heads away. Al-Barak goes long. Too long for Gomis and for Marega. Savant goes back towards Ghazi, picked up by Yazdani. Good play. Hosanzadeh out to the near side. Cross comes in, it's overcooked. Salmani holds his hand up to acknowledge his error. He had plenty of room here and time to measure his cross. That really was poor, wasn't it? Quality ball in then could have spelt trouble for Al Hilal. High press from Esteghlal, preventing the short goal kick from Al-Mayouf. Sanzadeh out to that far side, and oh dear, Motahari just sleeping on the ball, dispossessed. Gets his tackle in then though. Tackle's flying in at the moment. And here's an illustration of that point. Very good challenge indeed from Moradmand. Had to win the ball and he did, won it cleanly. Majidi just making his point from the edge of his technical area. Marega bursting forward. Through the middle. Two. Good finish as well, wasn't it? From Salim El-Dosari. He was left all alone. Made by Marega. And Salim El-Dosari doubles Al Hilal's advantage. All the time and space that he could want. And he took full advantage. Lovely ball from Marega. DME. Salim El-Dosari just given so much space. One touch with his right and slid home with his left. Someone was sleeping on that far side for Esteghlal. Ghafouri tried to get back, not able to do so. Neither was Agassi. And there's the joy. That's what it means on the sidelines to Leonardo Jardim. And frustration in the opposite technical area. And I wonder now whether that means that Esteghlal will really start to ring the changes. We've had one change already at the start of this second half with Gasaminajad coming on. It's all about going for broke here, really, because if truth be told, you can see, in fact, there is a substitute about to come on. It's Poor, the number 9. But it's a one-off game this evening. All about the 90 minutes or 120 minutes if it goes to extra time. No second chances, so really the coaches have got to roll the dice, and in this instance, that's Majidi. Ball lands on top of the net, and that's going to be corner. Corner to Esteghlal. Cross attempted by Ghafouri. With the double change coming up now. Ramazani coming on, as well as Mahdi Poor.
AFC, player number 14, is replaced by player number 9, Mahdi Poor. تبديل للفريق الاستغلال الإيراني. Mahdi Poor. Substitution for Esteghlal AFC, player number 72, Arsalan Mutahari, replaced by player number 23,
Esteghlal.
تبديل فريق الاستغلال الإيراني.
Headed clear by Pereira. Mahdi Poor, central midfielder, 27 years of age. Number 9, and number 23, Arman Ramazani, forward, who featured in every group stage match day squad for Esteghlal. Joined from Esteghlal in March of 2021. Marega, it's a lovely ball in. Attempted clearance by Yazdani. Pereira almost got on the end of it. Hilal now can afford to take the sting out of the game. Should be comfortable, really, at 2-0. Pereira out to that far side. Jang. Albarak gets the ball forward to Nasser Al-Dasari. Or hits the corner flag. It's still in play. Another change coming up now for Esteghlal. Jafar Somani coming off. And Maradi coming on. It's a winger for a winger. Maradi, the 28-year-old. Like Somani will sit on the left-hand side. Predominantly a left-footer, joined from Machine Sazi in 2020. Machine Sazi were relegated from the Persian Gulf Pro League. And the season ended in July, and he takes the throw in quickly. Moradman back to his keeper. Showing a bit too much of that ball on that far side. Zavand across to his captain before he's dispossessed. He's still in there though and wins it back. And what was that in the end from KSA? It wasn't really a cross and it wasn't really a shot either, was it? Salim Al-Dasari. Check back from Al-Sharani. Going to keep possession now. Al-Hilal down the line from Pereira, who continues his run. Picks it up again now. Matthias Pereira goes back to his captain, Al-Faraj. Out to the far side by Salim Al-Dasari, scorer of the second goal for Al-Hilal. Pitch was watered, incidentally, during the half-time break, so again, some of the players just slipping over. It's been watered now 4 times since 3 hours before kick-off. Certainly has added to the spectacle. Passes have been slipped around. Gomes can't keep that in play. Substitute, Muradi. Surging run by Rezavand. Still retains possession. Out to Muradi again. Gets his shot in. It's over the angle of post and crossbar. Good work in the end to retain possession by Rezavand. Just sliced off the outside of his left foot. Good work from Al-Baraik, showing him on the outside. So we're almost halfway through this second half now. And Al-Hilal, you have to say, are comfortable at the moment. Goals from Bafatimbi Gomes and Salim Al-Dasari. Header by Ramazani. Good header in the end as well by Said Hosseini, the goalkeeper. Chance for a run now from Ghaffori, taking ball deep into the Al-Hilal half. Almost set up for a shot from Hassan Zadai. In the end, the shot came from Gasaminajad. It's straight at Al-Mayuf. Straight down his throat. Confident handling. Now the Al-Hilal #1. Chang. Al-Faraj forward. Ramazani getting possession. Is it going to ricochet kindly for Osanzadeh? No, it isn't. Must be all or nothing now, though, for Esteghlal. And that's good defensive tracking back by Marega. He's done really well there. Can't keep it in play. He's going to get a yellow card here. Marega making the point that the ball was kicked at me. And the point the referee's making in turn is, I'm going to add that minute on that you've kicked the ball away twice. It's lucky not to get a booking for that second transgression. Pereira slides the ball in field to Nasser Al-Dosari. Good strength from Marega. Little back heel from him as well. Salim Al-Dosari thought about whipping the ball in at pace. Gomis in the end, a frustrated figure. Before he can burst forward now. His multicoloured boots, oh dear. One of those boots, looks as though the laces had come undone. Trying to slide the ball out to that far touchline to Gasaminajad. But overcooked the pass. Chang forward. Moradmand. Gasaminajad out to the far side to his captain Ghafouri. Gasaminajad again, time to measure the cross, and he does so. What a fantastic save that was. Oh, that looked goal bound from Ramazani. But how on earth did Al Mayouf get across to that? Terrific cross, great header, and a fantastic save. Beautiful delivery, beautiful jump by Ramazani, and a really good save, because you could see from that last replay, Al Mayouf was going one way, had to check and go back the other, threw himself to his left and pushed it around the post. The resultant corner is one in the air by Gomis. Well, Esteghlal have still got a threat here. And Mayouf has made a couple of really important saves. Remember, he stopped that shot on the turn from Motahari in the first half, which was a great reflex, again away to his left. Well, another day, Esteghlal will feel they should at least be level. But the excellence of Mayouf has denied them. Just under 20 minutes remaining. What have Esteghlal got here? Osanzadeh on that far side. No way past Nasser Al-Dosari. Not far away from the drinks break in this second half. The drinks break, remember, after half an hour. You've got another one after half an hour of the second period. Lofted forward by Rezavand. Chase for Gasaminajad. This time whips it in right to the back post. Muradi got the touch. And then Ramazani trying to whip the ball across the face of goal, earns the corner. This is good stuff though from Esteghlal. At full stretch, Muradi. Couldn't find any way past Albarak there. Ramazani, frustration for him. His side have a corner. 5 players for Esteghlal in and around the penalty spot. They go near post. Good defensive header away from Jang. Muradi can put it back in there, can he? Opts to spray the ball out to the far side. Ghaffori. Headed clear again, Jang, the man doing the intercepting. Ghaffori once more, drills the ball in. Oh, and 2 players got in each other's way there. One of them had a shot when it looked as though it would have been easier for the on-rushing man to make contact. I think it was Rezavan who was charging in. This is good stuff from Esteghlal. Really throwing the kitchen sink at Al Hilal here, as they have to do. Up with the attack is Dani. Ghaffori, a good shot on the turn from Hossan Zada, and again Al Mayouf is up to it, saves with his right foot. Real pressure here from Esteghlal. It's one-way traffic at the moment. Disappointing ball in, but Yazdani is playing as an auxiliary midfielder at the moment, the central defender. Muradi, down he goes under challenge. Fair challenge according to the referee by Marega. He goes down then. Shot from distance by Gasaminajad is blocked. Defence against attack at the moment. And in the end, welcome respite for Al Hilal, as Yazdani's ball through is just a little bit too long. And now we've got a substitution for Al Hilal. Salim El-Sheri will be coming on. And it's Bafatimbi Gomez who's making his way off the pitch. And as he does so, it is the drinks break. First change of the evening then for Al Hilal. And Gomez going off after opening the scoring 7 minutes from the end of the first period. His 4th goal in this AFC Champions League campaign. And a really good finish it was too, provided by that man there on right of screen, Matthias Pereira. So Salih El-Sheri coming on. It's his 6th substitute appearance of the season in the AFC Champions League. Only time he hasn't appeared off the bench in the competition was on match day 2. Here's the 2nd goal that was scored by Salim Al-Dosari 10 minutes into the second half, created by Marega. Salim Al-Dosari all alone on that far side. Ghaffori racing back to try and get back goal side of him, but he had no chance at all, and a really good finish. One touch with the left and finished with the right. Salim Al-Dosari, who scored for Saudi Arabia in the FIFA World Cup finals in Russia in 2018, in Saudi Arabia's victory over Egypt. So just under 13 minutes to go, just under 13 minutes for Esteghlal to try and salvage something from this situation. Yellow card shown to Muradman. First booking of the evening for Esteghlal. A clear idea of what happened from this angle. The referee feeling that he'd led with his left elbow. As though Hilal preparing to make a double change. Down below us. In fact, a change being made for Esteghlal as well. Arif Agassi coming off. And coming on in his place, Martin Karamzadeh. Karamzadeh was an unused substitute in match days 5 and 6 in the group stage. Joined from Pars Jam last year. All the way to this near side for the substitute, Karamzadeh. Pushes the ball back to Rezavand. Ghafouri. Attempted cross by Muradi. And the substitutions continue. Double change coming up now. Salim Al-Dasori coming off, the goal scorer. Hamid Al-Tuhayfan is coming on. Here's the second goal. Replacing Salman Al-Faraj, so the captain's armband will have to be given to someone else. Hamid Al-Tuhayfan, featuring the group stage, the 22-year-old. Hamid Jafali, one substitute appearance for him in the group stage, number 70. That was on match day 1. An unused sub in the other 5 match days. So a chance perhaps for Al Hilal to get something out of this when the free kick's gone the other way. Al-Tuhayfan going down, and the referee indicating it was handball against him. Possession statistics much more even now than they were earlier in the match. Al Hilal had in excess of 70% of possession in the early stages. Rhythm of the match just suffering a little bit because of all the changes that are being made, but those changes, I can promise you, are absolutely necessary. Very high humidity. Push in the back by Yazdani. It's been penalised. The other ties in the Western region, round of 16. Sharjah against Al Wada, that's going to be played tomorrow at Sharjah. All UAE affair. Esteghlal of Tajikistan against Persepolis of Iran, and then the third Iranian side in this half of the draw, Tractor. They're up against Al Nasser. So another Saudi-Iranian clash. This one's going the way of Saudi Arabia at the moment through Al Hilal. Hilal really are an AFC Champions League heavyweight. They hold the record for most consecutive times advancing from the group stage, 9. Doing that from 2009 to 2017. Cross coming in. That's a terrific bit of defending in the end. Lovely delivery that was from Karimzadeh. Superbly defended. Gidi demanding more from his players. Ahmadinejad tackled, but Hossainzadeh can move forward. Now Muradi. Madipur switches play to the near side. Karimzadeh, a give and go from him. Doesn't get it back though. Muradi opts to go back. Muradi again. Ghafouri cuts inside. Muradi thinks about a shot from distance. And then a shot on the turn from Ramazane. Blocked by Hilal Balahi. Desperate times call for desperate measures at the back. That looked as though it was heading goalwards, didn't it? From that replay. Just over 5 minutes of normal time remaining. Plus whatever is added on by our match officials. Now Hilal at the moment have got 1 foot in the quarter-finals. Headed away at the near post, back into the danger area and headed clear once more. That time by Al-Sharani. Karimzadeh. Very frustrating and frustrated. Madipur substitute. Matis Pereira. He's run his socks off. He's actually run his boots off there. You can see he's lost his right football boot. He really has put in a shift this evening, Pereira. Assist for the first goal. Pereira, bags of experience, even though he's only 25. Played in the Bundesliga, top flight in Portugal, involved in the Champions League and Europa League with Sporting over there. Hooked long by Rezavand. No real effect. Opportunity now for Ghafouri. Good skill from Muradi. He's tackled though. And a chance for a break now for Al Hilal. Pereira trying to get the cross in. Al-Jahayfan had made his way towards the 6-yard area. Pereira just apologises that he wasn't able to find his teammate. It's Morad Mand. He'll be thinking about that slip in the first half. The slip allowed Gomis to nip in ahead of him and lift the ball over side Hosseini for the first goal. Ooh, the referee in the way there. Which is his part in the breakdown in play. Drop ball, he says. See quite clearly. Body check by the official. Fu Ming from China. Ghafouri has had a terrific game on that right-hand side, but he's given the ball away now. Pereira gets a shot in and a good save. Hosseini. And again, the goalkeeper does well from the cross by Marega. And then another shot from Pereira, and it's deflected behind. A really good block that from Yazdani. Pereira, a real thorn in the Esteghlal defence once more. Trying to pass the ball into the corner. Really good save, though, from Said Hosseini. Then again, getting a good, strong right hand to that one. Pereira measured his shot, and Yazdani made the block. Almost into the last minute. See the clock at the top of your screen there. The big LED display. Makes happy reading, happy viewing for the Al Hilal players, and indeed fans all around the world for them. Punched away by Hosseini. Only as far as Nasser Al-Dosori. Does well. As does Jafali, the substitute. Excellent retention of possession from him. Long ball looking for Marega. He's taken over the target man role from Gomis. Now Gomis has gone off. It's their time for Esteghlal to do something really special. It would be special if they could get back into the game at this stage. Al Hilal contemplating a couple of substitutions as we move towards added time. In fact, the official holds up the ball to say that we're going to have a minimum of 5 minutes to be added on at the end of this match. 5 minutes is all that separates Al Hilal from the quarter-finals. Well, they may have only just sneaked into the knockout stages. That's one of the 3 best second-place teams in the group stage, but they're showing once again their AFC Champions League pedigree. Remember as well, the Saudi Professional League champions. They won the title earlier this year for the 17th time. Reservand moving forward, plays the ball out to this left-hand side in front of our commentary position. The cross coming in from Karim Zadai. Looks clear though. Oh, that's good play. Excellent play by Marega. He's played the ball into acres of space. Surely that's a penalty. Well, I thought it was initially. Frustration there for Al-Sheri. It seemed as though the goalkeeper had played the man, but the referee very content that he'd played the ball. It should have been 3 though. Al-Sheri should have put that one away. He should have put the tie to bed. He hasn't, and on we go. Maradi, down he goes under challenge. Mohamed Jafali, the substitute. A couple more changes coming. Marega is going to go off. And he's going to be replaced by Abdullah Al-Hamdan, number 14, who's celebrating his birthday today. His 22nd birthday, there he is. Frustration for some reason there on the Al Hilal bench. They're not happy about something. I thought the change was going to be made there. The 4th official had held his board up, but the referee has decided that we're going to go on. So for the time being, Marega remains on the pitch. And the birthday boy will have to wait his turn. Free kick then for Esteghlal. Whipped in. Just beyond the diving attacker, gathered by Maharouf. Morad Mand was the man sliding in. And you can see that he was just offside as well. Still, we await those 2 substitutions for Al Hilal. Plenty of open spaces at the back now as Esteghlal go for broke. Al-Tuhayfan plays the ball inside. And into the side netting from Marega, and surely that will be his last piece of action for the evening. Again, the board goes up, and this time the birthday boy, Abdullah Al-Hamdan, will get his opportunity for a couple of minutes of action. Marega, creator of the second goal. And the other change is Matthias Pereira, who was the creator of the first goal. There's Abdullah Al-Hamdan. The other player coming on for Pereira is Musab Al-Jawair, 18-year-old midfielder. One of two teenagers on the bench for Al Hilal this evening, the other being Abdullah Radif, also 18. So 30 seconds of the 5, a minimum of 5 to be played. And Al Hilal, it's been a workmanlike performance from them this evening. They've been tested by the Iranians. They've come through with shining colours. Good finish from Gomez. And Salim Al-Dasari, given plenty of room at the back, took full advantage. Esteghlal, frustration for that man there, Fahad Majidi, because he will know on another evening his side might have got something from this game. Abdullah Al-Mayouf has been excellent in goal for Al Hilal. He's made a couple of outstanding saves. And in the end, those saves have made all the difference. So the 5 minutes, the minimum of 5 minutes are up. And there's the final whistle. Al Hilal march on. They progress to the quarter-final of the AFC Champions League with a hard-fought but well-deserved victory. The two coaches just discussed the situation, and the situation is that Al Hilal got their goals won in either half. Bafatimbi Gomez with his 4th of this campaign, 7 minutes from the interval. A really cute finish, lifting it over the advancing goalkeeper after good work from Pereira. And then 10 minutes into the second half, Salim Al-Dasari added a second after a really pinpoint accurate through ball by Marega. Esteghlal had their opportunities, but they came up against Abdullah Al-Mayouf in top form in the Al Hilal goal. He really pulled off some excellent saves, and he's got, well, a lot to be happy about. And you can see his coach thinks he really has played a big part. Indeed he did. He took over the captain's armband for the last quarter of the match, but he really did superbly well. Tremendous match, very enjoyable here at the Zabeel Stadium in Dubai. And it's Al Hilal who march on. They've won this title 3 times. They had to drop out of the tournament last year for COVID-related problems. They've got unfinished business with the AFC Champions League, and they're out to win a 4th title. They've shown that this evening with a very determined performance. Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia overcoming Esteghlal of Iran by 2 goals to 0. Thanks very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure.